How many times have you tried to learn encapsulation but still feel like you don't really understand it? If that sounds familiar, then that's about to change. You are watching Code Like an Architect series with Adil Ata on ArchiWisdom. Encapsulation is a very simple and easy concept, but unfortunately and surprisingly, many developers struggle to understand this basic concept. To better understand the concept of encapsulation, first let's see the simple meaning of the word encapsulate. Encapsulate means to enclose something, to encase something, to envelop something. So, when you put something inside another, or when you enclose something within another, that's encapsulation. In programming, when you enclose your code within a class, that's encapsulation. Why do we do this? For maintainability. Let's see a coding example to understand this better. Suppose we are developing a software for the HR department of a company. The software provides functionalities related to hiring, like hiring an employee, sending an offer, onboarding an employee, etc. The requirements to send an offer looks like this. Find the expected salary of the candidate, verify that we have an approval, generate the offer letter, generate the email message, and then send the email along with the message and the offer letter. On UI, we have a button called Send Offer. When the Send Offer button is clicked, an API is hit. And that's how the implementation of our API looks like. Do you see any problem in this? If no, let's continue. Suppose after some time, we need to run the Send Offer functionality from some background jobs as well, and also through GraphQL with some slight changes. And that's how our implementations look like. And these are some slight changes. Now, suppose sometime later, a change in the requirements of sending an offer is requested. Now, we don't want to offer the exact expected salary to the candidate. Instead, we have devised an internal policy to automatically determine the salary based on the experience, expertise, and designation. In addition, we also want to send a contract and an NDA agreement to sign along with the job offer. The problem is, we will have to apply the change in all the 4 places. Of course, 4 is just a number. It could be 10, it could be 100. It could be any number. We will have to find all the places in the code where we are implementing the hiring logic. It won't be as easy as it looks in this example. This logic might be tangled with other code in those classes, making it a frustrating task. You will have to test all those areas. You might miss some, which adds to development cost and time. It's not that you are not reusing the code. In fact, you are reusing a lot of code through these methods. The issue is that you are not encapsulating the right things. Instead of doing it this way, if you had encapsulated the logic to send an offer inside a class, you would be in a much better position today. In that case, when a change is requested, all you would need to do is modify this method, and the change would automatically reflect everywhere. Notice the difference in maintainability level of both approaches. That's the main idea of encapsulation. You enclose your code in a class and you get maintainability. The key to maintainability is keeping things in one place rather than many. So when a change is needed, you can control it from one place. Maintainability is the key benefit of encapsulation. On top of that, there are some other benefits as well. For example, see this code. This is the code for encryption and decryption. If you keep this code encapsulated, you will get following benefits. Reduced complexity, because you don't have to understand the complex logic of encryption for using it. Reusability, readability. In short, encapsulate means to enclose. In programming, when you enclose your code in a class, that's encapsulation. And you do this for maintainability. That's it. That's the core concept. Everything else is a detail. Question: if that's the core idea of encapsulation, then what is data hiding? If you rethink the meaning of encapsulation, which is to enclose, to encase, to envelop, you will notice that it also implies hiding. By enclosing, encasing, or enveloping something, you hide it. We achieve data hiding through encapsulation. Also, we have heard that access modifiers have something to do with encapsulation. What's the role of access modifiers in encapsulation? Also, wasn't that related to security? All of that in the Code Like an Architect series. Keep watching.